So good evening to all of you. Can you all hear me? Is there any other class going on apart from this one? Only 4 students are there in the class today. Okay. Which class may I know? Okay, English is going on. Great. So let the class gets over, then we can start. In the meantime, I can just... Okay. In the meantime, what I'll do is I'll just very quickly download one video for you on customer satisfaction. This is our today's class. So very quickly, in the meantime, when others can join in the class, I'll just play a video for you on customer satisfaction. Just everybody watch this video.
5 steps to improve customer satisfaction. Be genuine. When customers call with complaints or concerns, take the time to treat them like individuals. While calling a customer ma'am or sir is respectful, it doesn't include a personal touch. Replying, "Yes, sir, I understand," is polite. Add the customer's name. "Yes, Mr. Smith, I understand." That is much better. Using a customer's name helps them see you are truly engaged in listening to what they are saying and interested in solving the issue. Personalizing the conversation helps the realization that the customer is more important to your company than the money.
Be accountable. Customers face the most aggravation when customer care acts concerned but passes the issue around. Never point a customer to someone else because you don't know how to handle his problem. Instead, take the time to help fix the problem if possible. If you must refer a customer, find an individual who can resolve their issue amicably. Ensuring your customer achieves a desirable outcome will ensure you create a customer for life.
Empathize. Listen to your customers. Sometimes people really do need to vent. Always remember, a complaint shouldn't be taken personally. Learn to acknowledge the customer's issue and train employees to do the same. It is important that your customer knows that someone understands their concerns. Let them know you understand the way they are feeling and apologize even if you don't feel you need to. A sincere apology works wonders in creating happy, loyal customers and confirms your willingness to take responsibility for the customer's problem.
Innovate. If you understand the customer's problem, offer a solution. Never tell the customer what you can't do. Focus on what you can do to fix the problem. Offer some options. Working to solve your customer's problem, even if not to the extent they may have liked, helps them feel you care about their business. Focusing on solutions will keep customers coming back even after they faced a problem with your company.
Be trustworthy. Sometimes, in an effort to appease a customer, company employees will make promises that are not only impractical, but which can't be honored. Don't make empty promises. It is far better to offer a practical and workable solution that will allow you to rebuild your customer relationship and provide some satisfaction. Meet every situation realistically, and your customer will appreciate the effort. While these tips will help you provide quality care to your customers, there will be times when nothing anyone else does will be enough to keep a customer.
Be genuine. You are accountable. Remember to empathize. Innovate for solutions. Be trustworthy.
Do you all enjoy this video? Can you all hear me? Okay. Yes, good evening, Rizi. I have one more video for you as well, one good video. Let's play that one also.
Customer centricity. It's key for every business. Customer centricity equals more loyalty, equals more sales. And what company doesn't enjoy the prospect of a fatter bottom line? But while customer centricity is a great idea in theory, well, putting it into action is harder than you'd think. For one thing, pinpointing what customers want is hard. Putting that change into action is even harder. Let's say you pull off the impossible and wrestle those essential changes into place. Your customers are quite happy, but no one else is. You see, change is hard on everyone, and it costs their departments money, time, and sometimes even status. So if you're the one championing the idea of a more customer-centric company, how do you sell your board, your investors, and your fellow employees on a hard idea? Well, you listen to us, and you start here. Number 1. Get your management team on board. Customer centricity does cost money now, but it makes more money later. Lots more. Get out the calculator, the whiteboard, and that statistician you keep in the closet, and prove that happy customers buy more, are more loyal, and they bring their friends. Number 2. Connect to your customer. When was the last time you answered a survey honestly? Now, you won't find out what your customers want by throwing paper at them. Get out there and ask them what's bothering them, and then do the work of figuring out a smart solution for them. Number 3. Build a customer movement. If customer-centric changes were like fairy dust, well, you'd be watching a magical transformation happen right before your eyes. But since you live in the real world, you're going to need some people in your corner helping everyone understand why enthusiastically embracing customer centricity makes showing up for work a lot more fun. Make it easy for them by finding customer-focused employees at all levels in your company, building them up as champions, and putting them in the spotlight. Maybe even give them a nice shiny hat to wear. You see, that's when you'll see the whole company start to embrace customer centricity. Because while no one likes difficult and expensive, everyone likes happy customers, high praise, and a shiny hat. Oh, and impressive profits. Everyone likes those too. So are these steps making sense to you? Well, we're just getting started. If you believe in customer centricity, or you're just now starting to see that Peter from Marketing might have a point about how focusing on the customer can help your company grow next quarter, well, you're going to need a lot more help. And probably some specifics on how to do it. And maybe some examples on how the biggest customer leaders have achieved it over the last few years. It's a good thing Alan Tace has a new book out covering all that. So you want to be customer-centric? You'll want to click that link then. This book will show you how.
So do you all enjoy this video? Do you all hear me? Do you all hear me? Everybody, Asia, Sanovar, Sahir, Mohammed, Jay-Z, Prabha, okay. So this video is basically on customer, that every business which is being run is customer centric. That means any business you are doing in this world is to satisfy your customer. Because if customer is not satisfied, your product will not be sold. So the moral of the story is, we can hear your voice as well as audio of video. But I have stopped that. Just a second. I have stopped that video. There is no video running. Okay, now stop. Okay. So our today's topic is on customer relationship management, which basically focuses on our relationships with the customers. So we have to look at customer satisfaction, and apart from customer satisfaction, we have to also retain the customers for longer period of time. Then there are different kind of other satisfaction also: peripheral satisfaction, ambient satisfaction, psychic satisfaction, and relationship through loyalty. So the moral of the whole class is, we have to satisfy the customers, number one. Number two, we have to retain our customers. Number three, we have to maintain a good relationships, and rather a long relationship with them through loyalty. And it all depends on our services. Let's start for today's class. Why it is not a So building customer satisfaction, value, and retention. Let us firstly understand how companies deliver customer value and satisfaction. Number two, identify the factors that make a high performance business. Number three, understand how companies attract and retain customers. Then realize how companies can improve both customer and company profitability. Understand how companies can deliver total quality. So these are the objectives of this particular class. Now, customers' value. Customer seeks to maximize value by estimating which offer product firm delivers the most value. That is called as the CPV. Forming an expectation of value and acting upon it for sale. Number three, evaluating their usage experience against the expectations. So these are the three factors which customers value most. First, he estimates the offer. That means which particular firm is making the offer, whether it's a good brand or not. Like whenever we go to the market, we say that, okay, there are a lot of mobile phones available in the market, but we'll go with the Apple one because it's most genuine. It's from a good brand and it's the most sold, most genuine one in the market. So this is from the customer's perspective. Customer used to think like this. So customer goes on brand, customer goes on specifications, technical specifications, customer goes on after sales service, customer goes on the price of the mobile phones. So these are the 4 factors which is being taken care of by the customers. Number 2, forming an expectation of value and acting upon it. Number 3, evaluating their usage experience against the expectations. So forming an expectation means, like we saw a lot of ads in the newspapers, we saw a lot of ads on the internet, we saw a lot of ads on television about say if I talk of mobile phones. So we have a thing in mind that Apple company phone is very good or Apple company iPad is very good. Reason, it's genuine, cost is good, technical specifications are good, after sales service are good. So we have that picture in mind. So whenever we go into the market, we have the clear picture in mind. Okay, this is my budget, this is the amount of money I will spend, and I am going to purchase some good and genuine mobile phone for myself. So this is how customers make an expectations and makes up his or her mind before making any kind of purchase from the market. Then our third part is evaluating their usage. Evaluating their usage experience against the expectations. Then satisfaction results when expectations are equal or surpassed. That means we have an expectation that this mobile phone which we are going to buy will give me at least a good service for say 1.5 years or 1 year or probably 2 years also. And suppose if that mobile phone has surpassed my expectations and that mobile phone is working in a good way even after 4 years or 5 years also. So that means I have a trust, a faith on that particular brand is being developed in my mind, and I will definitely told to my other friends and relatives also, or to my colleagues in the office also, that you can go and purchase this one because I have a very wonderful experience with this particular phone because it has surpassed my expectations. I have expected it to last for at least 2 years or 1.5 years, but this phone has lasted with me for 4 years or probably more. So this is how customers perceive things in the mind. So we have to give the better quality. We have to keep on working on our brands. We should try to meet customer expectations, what exactly customer wants, what type of products he wants, what type of modifications he wants in the existing product. So all those things has to be taken care of because finally you have to satisfy the customer at the end of the day. Clear to all? Any queries, anybody? Anybody wants to ask anything? Okay, moving ahead. So customer perceived value. So perception of delivered value is a function of total customer cost and total customer value. Then third, firms at a disadvantage must reduce perception of cost or enhance perceptions of value. So perception of delivered value is a function of total customer cost. That means your product, if it is being sold most in the market, that means you have the total customer cost as well as total customer value. If your product is quality wise very good, price wise very good, technical specifications wise very good, after sales service wise very good, if the product has all those 4 features and qualities associated with it, then we can say that it has total customer cost as well as it has total customer value because it is being finally appreciated by the customer. It is being finally acknowledged by the customer. Customer likes it, and that's why it has total customer cost and total customer value. Then firms at a disadvantage must reduce perceptions of cost or enhance perceptions of value. This is another one. Then customer satisfaction. Satisfaction is defined as a person's feelings of pleasure or disappointment resulting from comparing a product's perceived performance or outcome in relation to his or her expectations. So what is satisfaction? Satisfaction is something we have thought in our mind that after purchasing this particular product, or he or she has thought something in mind, but whatever he has thought in his or her mind, that thought or feelings get fulfilled or accomplished. So we can say that he has fulfilled his expectations, or he is a satisfied one now. So satisfaction is defined as a person's feelings of pleasure or disappointment resulting from comparing a product perceived performance or outcome in relation to his or her expectations. So satisfaction can be positive also and can be negative also. Positive means he can have a pleasure mood, and negative means he will be disappointed. So that is when we talk, that is satisfaction. But when we talk of customer satisfaction, that means we are talking in relation to the market, in relation to the business. So whenever we go and purchase certain products on the market, and if that particular product which we have purchased met our expectations, like I want this color mobile phone, I want a 2 megapixel or another 5 megapixel camera, a 16 GB internal built-in memory card, a 2 GB RAM, so and a black color phone. So that means I have a certain picture in mind. With that picture, and my budget is say 20,000 Indian rupees. So if I have a picture in mind, I have a budget in mind, I go with that budget to the market. I go to 3 to 4 different stores. From that, all those 4 stores, I found that particular product which I have thought in my mind, and I pay the money and purchase that particular product. So that means I am satisfied. That is what is customer satisfaction which is talking about here. Okay, that means you have expected something, and because of that expectation, your expectation got fulfilled by purchasing that particular product. So that is customer satisfaction. Clear to all? Then customer satisfaction, to maximize satisfaction, don't exaggerate the product or public services capabilities in advertising or others communication. Dissatisfaction will result, FTC may become involved. That means if you want satisfaction, don't demonstrate the product. Don't advertise that particular product. Then second part is don't set expectations too low. So if you are buying that, but if you go to the market and if you come to know that that product is very, very cheap and it can be bought from anywhere, so it also just a second. Okay, so Rashid, FTC is Federal Trade Commission. It is Federal Trade Commission. So high performance business, what is the key to success for high performance business? Stakeholders, processes, resources and organizations. Then identify several stakeholders group for your university. How might the need of these groups conflict with each other? So these are the key to success. Then second is the process, new product development, customer attraction and retention, order fulfillment, re-engineering workflows, building cross-functional teams. So this is the process part of the key to success. Then resources part are, resources include labor, materials, machines, energy and information. Outsourcing versus ownership, own and nurture core competencies. This is the resources part. Organization part is, organization refers to the organization's policies, structures and corporate culture. Corporate culture means shared experiences, stories, beliefs and norms within an organization. So these are the high performance businesses. And then what are the core business practices? Market sensing, customer acquisition, customer relationship management, fulfillment management and new offer realization. So these are the core factors on which business works. But in all this you see, customer is being given a much more privileged. Everywhere you will find the term customer, because finally all the strategies which is being working in the company, for it is to satisfy the customers or the end users. Then comes the customer retention. So reducing customers' churn defection is highly desirable. Define and measure retention rate, identify cause of attrition, estimate profit loss from customer defection, estimate cost to reduce defection, take appropriate action. That means on the retention data every year or every month, how much customer is being retained, how much customer has left, what is the reason they have left, what is the profit lost because of the customer who has left or who has left purchasing the company. All those data is being collected and worked upon just to analyze in a month or a quarterly or annually basis to just cross check how whether the customers are growing or it's cutting down. So that is all the customer retention is about. Then drivers of customer equity is brand equity, relationship equity and value equity. You have to be a good and trusted brand in the market, then you have to build relationship and you have to value that relationship. Then strong customer bonds, key to success are adding financial benefits. That means club memberships, frequency programs. This is how you can strengthen your bonds with the customers. Then adding social benefits, that means personalized customer relationship. Third is adding structural tie. That means creating long-term contracts, charge less for ongoing purchases, link product to long-term services. So these are the keys to success for having strong customer bonds. Clear to all? Any questions, anybody? Okay. Moving ahead. Then 20-80-30 rule. 20 means 20% of your customers, 80 means generate 80% of your profit, 30 means half of your profit is lost serving the bottom 30% of your customer base. This is a very known rule in customer relationship, 20-80-30 rule. This brings us to the end of particular. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, just we'll stop for a 2-minute break here. In that meantime, I'll play one more video for you on customer relationship management. Just everybody enjoy this video on CRM. Okay?
evening, Roger. I would like to place an order with you this fine evening. Okay then, when you're ready. 1 pint wine spritzer, 2 Bacardi and Cokes, 3 glasses of red wine, 1 pint of beer. What beer do you have on tap? Okay then, what pint of your cheapest domestic then, please? 4 J2Os, the apple greeny ones, vodka and tonic with 1 lime, a mocha frappa latte, please.
Fucking minute after minute, hour after hour, twat after unspeakable twat, tries to ruin my day by making me get off my fat arse and fulfil that petty demands. Motherfuckers! No, I'm trying to watch the bill.
5 cheese and onion. And finally, a glass of water for myself, no ice, and one for yourself, of course.
CRM. What is it? We already know what it stands for. It stands for Customer Relationship Management. But what does that really mean? And who is it really for? Is it for maybe someone like this in our sales department? Or maybe it's used for someone else in another department, such as customer service. Or maybe we've extended it just a little bit further and we use it in our marketing department. The fact of the matter is, CRM isn't just for 1, 2, or 3 departments. It can literally be used for anybody. So here at Bass Business Solutions, we believe that if you have customers, you need CRM, so that every day when you go to work, you're not frustrated and looking for your customer information or data. But more so, when you go to work, you look like this and you feel in control of your customer information and maybe even love your job. But I guess the question is how? How do we make this all possible? So let's start from the top. Let's look at the thing that matters the most, our customer data. How is it currently being filed? Is it in a filing cabinet in an organized folder structure? Or maybe we now use the Rolodex that sits on our desks? Or maybe we've evolved into the floppy disk era? Or maybe we've taken it a step further and we now use our computers or laptops and we use a software called Excel. But let's step back and answer the bigger question here. Where is all of this data stored and kept? Is it on Billy's laptop from sales? Or maybe it's on Karen's desktop from marketing. But then what do we do when Billy decides that he wants to go on vacation and Billy's decided to cruise the Caribbean? Or what if Karen decides she wants to take the day off for her yoga classes? Where can we find this data now? And how long does it take your staff to locate the right customer information? So what if? What if Jim in customer service needs important customer information from Karen's boss, Amy, in marketing? And what if Amy in marketing needs to communicate with Billy's boss, Joe, in sales to compile a report for the senior executives? How are these departments communicating? And more importantly, how are they staying connected for their customer data? So let's think for a second, or let's dream if we will. Let's think that everything was readily available to us at the simple click of a button. Let's dream that everything was available in one area, something we like to call one central database. So you're probably thinking that I'm about to start explaining some kind of tech-savvy software, but that's not the case. We're looking for something simple and easy, and what we're looking for is CRM. So with CRM, you get a 360-degree view of all of your customer data, allowing you to analyze, monitor, and understand each of your customers. So by bringing on CRM, you don't have to worry about Billy's vacations or Karen's yoga classes or sick days, because Billy and the rest of your sales team would have kept everything in organized pipelines within CRM and have remote access. So when Joe has a question, he can take a look at their pipelines and have the answers ready. And when Karen decides that she wants to go for a yoga class, we know her information is in a central database and it's accessible to all departments. So when Amy has any questions from other departments, she can answer them. So if you're asking yourself, why CRM? We're asking you, why not? Contact Bass today to turn your CRM dreams into a reality.
So do you all enjoy this video? Okay, now coming back on the class. Only Prabha has enjoyed this video. What about others? Okay. Now building customer satisfaction value and retention. So how do customers make their value-based choices? Customer seeks to maximize value by estimating which offer product firm delivers the most value within their limits of knowledge, mobility and income. Customers are value maximizers, forming an expectation of value and acting upon it purchase. Evaluating their usage experience against the expectation. So whenever you go to the market, first you check, what maximizes the customers, how do customers look at things. First you see about the money which you want to spend, about the knowledge which you have on the product, and about that whether you can easily take that product to other places easily or not. So that are the reasons which maximizes customers' value. Then implications part are firms need to understand expectations and deliver value. Then determinants of customer delivered value. Customer delivered value is depends on the psychic cost. Each component is critical. Psychic cost, energy cost, time cost, monetary cost, total customer cost, image value, personal value, services value, product value and total customer value. So all these factors are responsible for all these are rather the determinants of the customer delivered value. Then scenario, suppose a Xerox salesperson is working with a client who is debating the purchase of a photocopier. Choices are either Xerox or Canon. Assume Xerox delivers better quality value. Ideally, the client examines total benefits and costs associated with each brand and choose Xerox. But what if the client chooses the brand which delivers lower value? Based on your understanding of value information, recommended strategies to this person to win the sale in the following scenario. So it depends. I mean, a lot of different brands are available in the market for any product which you want to go and purchase, but it depends on your knowledge, on the mobility and the money which you want to put in, and the services which that particular product which is going to give you. So the buyer, and from the buyer's perspective, the buyer is focused on lowest price regardless of delivered value. Then convince the buyer that price sensitivity may harm long-term profit. The buyer will resign before realizing that Canon is more expensive to operate. So demonstrate Xerox delivers long-term value, convince other people. The buyer and the Canon salesperson are buddies. Convince buyer that Canon may draw complaints because of poor product value and need for repair maintenance. Just a second. coming back onto the class. So we have seen already this definition. Satisfaction is defined as a person's feelings of pleasure or disappointment resulting from comparing a product's perceived performance in relation to his or her expectations. We have seen this part already. Then high performance business, resources, organization, processes and stakeholders. Stakeholders are the one who has invested money into the company. Processes means the process which is being followed by your company. Resources means the number of employees, the physical resources, the machinery resources. The organization means a group of people or the group of employees working within the organization. So set strategies to satisfy key stakeholders by improving critical business processes and aligning resources and organization. This is how you can improve your business. Set strategies to satisfy key stakeholders by improving critical business processes and aligning resources and organization. Then how to retain customers? 96% of the dissatisfied customers do not complain. They simply stop buying or defect. So make it easier for customers to complain. Set up toll-free numbers, suggestion forms, email, etc. Listen and respond. So this is how you can entertain the customers if they have any queries. So on customer retention, on average companies lose 10% of the customers every year. By reducing defection by even 5%, profit go up to 25% depending on the industry. Then customer development process, suspects, prospects, disqualified prospects, first time customers, repeat customers, clients, members, advocates, partners, inactive or ex-customers. So this is how your customer builds. First is suspects, then prospects, then first time he takes, then if he is happy then he can take second time. If he is not happy for the first time he becomes inactive next time. Then repeat, clients also be for the first time, then he becomes inactive, then members, advocates and finally partners. We have seen this part. I am skipping those slides which I have already So customer relationship management, a holistic process of identifying, attracting, differentiating and retaining customers. Who are the CRM stakeholders? 1. Employees. 2. Supply chain partners. 3. Lateral partners. 4. Customers. So paradigm shift from acquiring customers to maintaining clients. Then quality, which is the very important part. So totality of all features and characteristics of product or service that satisfy stated or implied needs. That means the product which you have made or the product which is being as per the requirements of the customer needs, if it has all the features and characteristics in totality, it is called as the 100% good quality product. So understanding the role of quality, the core product is not enough, supplemental products are critical. Delivering superior quality, understanding customer expectations, needs and wants. That means if you can understand the customer needs and wants, only then you can deliver the good quality product. Then translate customer reach into the specifications for quality, deliver on specifications, promise only what can be delivered. So quality is a very, very important part. This brings us to the end of this slide also. Clear to all? Any issues, anybody up till now? Okay. Now moving on to the next slide. After the end of this slide, or after covering the major parts of this slide, we'll play one small quiz on customer relationship management. Let's see how much you score on that particular quiz. So building customer value, satisfaction and loyalty, the level of priority the customer gives to a product. Then number 2, customer satisfaction, the customer perceives expected value from the product is called customer. We have seen already these parts. So what are the determinants of customer perceived value? 1, image benefit. 2, personal benefit. 3, services benefit. 4, product benefit. And 5, total customer benefit. So this is what customer wants. Whenever customer go to the market and purchase the product, he wants the image benefit. That means look wise things should be good. Number 2, personal benefit. That means he should be personally benefited by that product. Then services should be good. Product quality wise should be good. And finally, customer should be happy when he comes out of the shop. Then psychological cost, energy cost, time cost, monetary cost and total customer cost. We have seen this part. I am skipping through the slides because we have already I think it's almost same everything which I have already covered. So we'll do one thing. Finally, before I wind up this class, I'll share one link with you. So with stakeholders are the one who has invested in your company. Suppose you have started a company, okay, but you don't have enough money to start the business. What you do is 50% you have invested, 20 and 50% some of other people who are interested in your business have invested. So the other person who has invested at 50% are the stakeholders. You got my point? So stakeholders can be 1, can be 2, can be 3, can be 4 or can be more. Stakeholders are the one, yes, partners or investors. That means stakeholders, so shareholders are different. Stakeholders and shareholders are different. Okay. Now what I'll do is I have shared one link on your chat box. I want everybody to just open this link and just answer your questions one by one. I'll give you 10 minutes for that. And at the end of that quiz, just everybody let me know how much you have scored in this particular quiz. Okay? Your time starts now. Just take your time. I have given you 10 minutes for this quiz. I have given you 10 minutes for this quiz. So take your time. And honestly, everybody tell me the score at last. What is the problem, Prabha? Just click on this link or just copy this link from here and just open it in your web browser. Before leaving the class, everybody just share your answers with me, how much you have scored. Great, Monachin. Okay, 90. Great. That means whatever I am teaching in the class, you are taking it seriously. Mr. Monachin, I'll probably in an hour or two, I'll just revert you back on the answers which you have sent to me. I'll revert you back on that. Okay, welcome. Yes. Mr. Monachin, any updates on that mail which I have sent it to you? Okay. Okay. So all of you people who have completed this test can go out of the class because we are just stopping after this particular quiz. Hope you have enjoyed today's class. Just do give your feedback after the class. Thank you all for your time. Just first complete this slide. Just complete that quiz, share your scores on my chat box, and then you can leave the class. And those who have completed it can go out of the class. Okay, Rizzi. Thanks. Okay, Prabha. Not an issue, Prabha. Not an issue. Mr. Monachan, are you there or have you left the class? Mr. Monachan, are you there? Okay. Good night. Okay, so thank you all for your time. Just do give your feedbacks after the class. Yeah, you can leave. Thank you all. I am just leaving out of the class. Good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Just do give your feedbacks.